American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked out American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and American. So go check them out in the description to this. So for today, low and hail chances for the northern plains. We're going to talk about what and where. We're going to see that. And then into tomorrow, kind of the northern plains risk for afternoon. And then we're going to take a peek at the Atlantic. Hurricane season could be starting early. We're going to take a look at what's happening out in the ocean today and see what our forecast is for that. But first, check out our upcoming events here. So 2021 Texas Roofing Conference, that is our next upcoming event. That is going to be on June 16th through the 18th. So go ahead and check us out there. We're going to be in San Antonio. You guys can come say hello and learn a little bit about hail and roofing and whatever else you want to talk to us about. So make sure to get registered for that. And then also our second upcoming event, so this one's actually first, this one's June 4th of this year, CRA Trade Show and Empower Field. That's in the Denver, Colorado area for this one. So if you guys are already out there golfing with us today, make sure to stick around and you can come see us on June 4th at the CRA Trade Show. So make sure to get registered for both of those events if you want to come say hello. Into our current conditions for today. Clear across the west, clear across the east. We've just got this band of moisture that's being pulled up through the Gulf of Mexico. We've got a trough sitting through here, a ridge sitting through the eastern part of the plains, and those are working together to pull all of that moisture and humidity up through the Mississippi Valley. And so we do have some spots of rain up there. Through the northern plains, that's where we're going to see our risk today. Pretty clear going on right now, not a whole lot happening, and that could help us with some of that daytime heating that we need while we wait to pull up all of that nice humidity into the region and warm up from that sunshine into this afternoon. So temperatures right now looking beautiful across most of the country. We are sitting in the mid 70s through the Central Plains, 74 up in Denver, so really nice weather out there today. Good day to get outside for you guys, Denver. 80 down in Houston, 83 in Miami, so really pleasant summer conditions across most of the country. Beautiful day to get outside for most of you guys as we wait on those widespread risks to come back into the area. Dew points right now, super humid across the whole eastern part of the country right now. We're sitting at 65 in Wichita, Kansas, 64 down in Dallas, 71 in New Orleans. So Wichita, you guys are actually almost as humid as it is in Miami right now. So again, just super humid throughout the whole eastern part of the US. And you guys know that helps us out with our severe risks. We got all that humidity cut off really abruptly right by those mountains, and so that'll help us stir up some severe storms as we get those boundaries setting up. Into our CAPE values, again, that's just the energy available in the atmosphere. Not super impressive today. Not a whole lot of instability present. We do have a band of it working its way through the western part of the plains right now with those low to moderate values here, and that's setting up in a couple hours here. But as the evening goes forward, still not a ton to ride home about. We've got some low to moderate Cape values setting up again through the western plains and or western part of the central plains, and that's just sitting around there for the remainder of the afternoon and evening, as well as a little band of it through Minneapolis area and Iowa. So not a whole lot going on in terms of instability. We do have enough to stir up some storms today. However, it's not going to be anything wild. So as the evening goes on, sun goes down, Cape goes down with it. Then looking at our future radar here, so here's the storms we're expecting later. So this is by the end of your workday. We should get some isolated storms popping up through the eastern part of the mountains and the Front Range, and then we'll also have this band of storms working its way up through the Mississippi Valley here. A couple of these could produce a gusty wind threat as well as possibly a tornado or two, and then these are going to be mostly hailers out to the west. So as we push into the late evening hours, again, a couple of isolated areas out in the western part of Nebraska, South Dakota, and the eastern part of Wyoming and Colorado. And those are going to continue to push eastward into the overnight hours. A couple of those stronger cells could produce some hail and gusty winds along with it. So here's what we have for you guys for our hail forecast into today. Low end chances across that area where we were looking at those isolated storms and those moderate Cape values all the way from Nebraska up into the southeastward part of Montana. So if you guys are in North Platte, if you guys are in Rapid City or just east of Cheyenne, that's where we could see $1 to $1.50 sized hail through any of that region. Denver, I am going to leave you guys out of the risk because it looks right now like those storms are going to form and intensify too far to your east. So sorry guys, I think you guys are probably only going to see sub-severe hail, maybe Ps here and there as those storms start to ramp up, and then they're going to produce a severe risk more farther to the east. So anywhere between North Platte, Rapid City, and southeastward Montana, that's where we could see those $1 to $1.50 sized hailstones. And with a couple of those stronger storms, we may see something a little larger. However, it's just too scattered, few and far between. We have a wind threat as well into today, and that's going to be with our eastward storms here as those continue to move northward through the Mississippi Valley, so all the way from the southern part of Minnesota into Arkansas and the very northeastward part of Oklahoma here. We could see some gusty winds as well. So zooming in there, we could see some damaging winds from Kansas City up into Des Moines. You guys could get some winds in the 60-mile-per-hour range, as well as an isolated with some rotating storms. We're looking at some good wind shear through the area as those continue to move northward, and basically that just helps us get some gusty winds as well as rotating storms. So that's what we're looking at for today for our hail and wind forecast. Nothing too wild going on today. Tomorrow's going to be kind of a similar story. So we're looking at our hail and rain chances starting around 2 p.m. We're going to see those storms pop up. And then by the end of the workday, we're going to see those continue to move eastward. Really similar to today, guys, a couple of isolated cells here and there that could produce some $1 to $1.50 sized hail as they continue to push east through the evening and into the overnight hours. Got some stronger ones here and there, and as those continue to ramp up, we could see some hail chances to go with it. So here's what that's going to look like. $1 to $1.50 again in basically the same area for tomorrow, as well as a risk for Wisconsin and the very eastward part of Minnesota. You guys could see some hail as well with a couple of the stronger storms through your area. You do have a little bit more instability going on, but right now we're seeing that trough too far to the west and then that instability off to the east, so they're kind of displaced from each other, and that's making it produce any widespread significant risks. So zooming into that westward risk, Cheyenne, you guys are going to be in the risk for $1 to $1.50 sized hail tomorrow, as well as Rapid City once again. It's going to stay just west of North Platte, Nebraska. And then our Midwestern risk, Minneapolis, you guys could see some hail tomorrow, as well as Madison, Wisconsin. So you guys could also see some severe activity as those storms push through tomorrow evening. And then our tropical outlook. So we do have something stirring in the Atlantic right now. Tropical season for the Atlantic usually starts June 1st. However, we do have a disturbance that's working its way eastward right now, and so I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Right now, like I said, it's just a disturbance. It's got a 70% chance of forming a subtropical cyclone. In the next 2 days, 90% in the next 5 days. Subtropical cyclones are a little different than tropical cyclones because they are not entirely warm-based. It's still sitting in those cooler waters in the northeastward part of the Atlantic, and that's why it can survive right now. And then as it moves eastward, that ridge that we've had setting up, that's going to continue to push it southward towards Bermuda. So it's going to kind of steer it into those warmer waters. And as it moves into that region, it could ramp up a little bit into a subtropical cyclone. So disturbance for now in the Atlantic, pushing its way southward, could become a tropical cyclone or a subtropical cyclone in the next few days, and then it continues to push into those warmer waters. We could see it intensify a little more. So could this be our first named storm of the season? It's possible. Usually things start to stir up in a few weeks for Atlantic hurricane season, but you never know, we could get a surprise out of this guy. So here's what we're looking at for our Atlantic temperatures into today. We've got our buoys out in the eastward part of the, or westward part of the Atlantic here, 73 degrees off of the coast of South Carolina, and we need 80 for it to turn into a hurricane. That's what helps fuel our hurricanes is 80-degree Fahrenheit water. So we've got it down here near Cuba and near Haiti, Dominican Republic, where that is being steered towards. We've got 80-degree water down there, so it's warming up, guys, and we could see that help that subtropical low to start to intensify as it gets pushed into that area. So again, we do have a strengthening disturbance in the Atlantic. We're pushing towards hurricane season quickly, and we're still in the midst of hail season. So we've got a lot going on, and it's going to continue to ramp up through the summer as we continue to see those hail threats, and then hurricane season does pick up as well. So make sure you guys follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so you never miss our live videos. You can also hit see first and that notification bell on YouTube so you always catch us when we go live for storm coverage or with our noon forecast videos. Then if you guys want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. That's 334-HAIL. Guys, I'm very excited to have learned that information. That is 855-334-4245. And then if you want to give us an email, you can email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out our awesome website, hailtrace.com, for more details on who we are and what we do. Stay tuned to our upcoming videos, but for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.